I have a new favorite motivational story that I just have to share with you. A young man named Santosh Kumar dreamed of becoming an actor. He came from a small village in India and didn't know anyone in the Mumbai film industry. But he had one advantage: he was extremely good looking. So he thought, maybe if I get some nice pictures taken, I can go to the casting directors and they'll want to hire me. But when he went to the casting directors, they told him he needed an introduction, but they couldn't help him. They weren't going to introduce him to the people who could. So he left dejected and confused, thinking his looks weren't enough to get him ahead in this business. So instead of saving up money to move to Mumbai and try it again, he took work as a waiter at a restaurant in his hometown. And every day after work, he would go to the local gym, work out, and take acting classes. He did this for 5 years until he finally saved up enough money to move to Mumbai. But even when he got there, things didn't really start moving in his favor. For 2 years, he struggled to find work and ended up taking odd jobs like selling insurance policies. But he never gave up hope. Every day he went to the gym and worked out and took more acting lessons and waited tables. Then one night, while working as a waiter at an upscale restaurant, he was noticed by a famous Bollywood actress. She offered him opportunity to be an extra in one of her upcoming films. Finally, he was part of the film industry. He was so excited. He worked hard to make a good impression and hoped it would lead to something bigger. But unfortunately, the movie flopped and he went back to being a waiter. By now, Santosh had been at it for 8 years. He was discouraged and wondering if it was all worth it. But then he started waiting tables at another restaurant frequented by some Bollywood bigwig, and they offered him a small role in an upcoming movie. It wasn't much, but he was finally getting somewhere. This time around, the movie was a huge success and Santosh ended up finishing the shoot with a lot of recognition from both critics and moviegoers alike. But although he was only in the movie for 10 minutes, it turned out to be a career-changing moment because shortly after its release, a well-known Bollywood director called him to audition for one of his upcoming movies. Of course, he was ecstatic and did everything he could to prepare for the audition. He wanted this one. Now here's where our story takes a surprising twist. The role the director had in mind for Santosh was not the leading man, but rather a supporting character. In fact, it was a comedic role, which is not what Santosh had envisioned for himself when he first started out all those years ago. On top of that, the movie itself wasn't what he'd hoped for either. It was a comedy about a group of friends, and he felt like he was too good looking to play a supporting character in a comedy. And he worried that taking the role would pigeonhole him into doing more comedies. So he actually turned it down, and here's the kicker. A few months later, he was offered the leading role in an action movie. And guess who played the supporting role? The very same comedic character he turned down earlier. The movie was a massive hit and became the highest-grossing Indian film of all time. His one moment of hesitation had paid off big time. Now, there are many valuable lessons we can take away from Santosh's story. First, it shows us that sometimes the road to success is long and winding, and there will be times when you feel like you're not making any progress. But as long as you keep moving forward, eventually you will reach your destination. Second, it teaches us to stay focused on our goals. Even when Santosh got small roles, he didn't let it distract him from his ultimate goal of becoming a leading man. Instead, he used these opportunities to build his skills and make connections. Thirdly, it reminds us not to give up on our dreams, no matter how difficult it may seem. Santosh's story is a perfect example of that. Even after struggling for 8 years, he didn't give up and eventually his hard work paid off. Now, there's one more important lesson we need to discuss, and that's to be open to new opportunities. When Santosh was first offered the supporting role in the comedy movie, he turned it down because it wasn't what he expected. But if he had taken that role, he wouldn't have been pigeonholed and he might have become a big star much sooner. Sometimes we need to take a step back in order to take 2 steps forward. By being open to new experiences and embracing the unexpected, we can set ourselves up for greater success in the future. This story really resonates with me because I think it reflects the reality of pursuing one's dreams. It is not always a straight upward trajectory, and sometimes we have to take unconventional paths to get where we want to be. It also reminds me of my own journey in starting this channel. When I first began, it was just a hobby and I had no expectations. But over time, I started to see growth and opportunities that I never imagined possible. You see, when I first started this channel, I wasn't trying to grow or become a full-time content creator. I just wanted to share my thoughts and ideas with the world. But as I continued to post videos and interact with other creators, I realized there was an opportunity to grow something special. It wasn't an easy path. There were times when I doubted myself and wondered if I was wasting my time. But I kept pushing forward, learning from my mistakes and adapting to the ever-changing platform. And eventually my hard work paid off. This channel became my full-time job, and I was able to pursue my passion for content creation. But it wasn't all because of luck. It was because I took advantage of the opportunities that came my way, even when they were outside of my comfort zone. I remember when I first started experimenting with different video formats, including shorts. It was a new and unfamiliar territory for me, but I embraced the challenge and pushed myself to try something different. And it turned out to be a pivotal moment in the channel's growth. Now, I'm not saying that you should drop everything you're doing and start posting shorts. What I am saying is that you should be open to exploring new opportunities and taking risks. Who knows what doors might open for you? The point is, you never know what the future holds. So don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone and chase your dreams. In Santosh's case, he ended up turning down the role that could have launched his career. But by being open to new experiences and embracing the unexpected, he may have been able to find success sooner. So I want to ask you, what are you waiting for? If you've been dreaming of doing something, now is the time to go for it. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Take inspiration from Santosh and believe in yourself. You never know what opportunities might come your way. One last thing, if you like this video, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. If you found value in this video, I promise you'll find more value on my channel, and thank you for watching.